Alright, so Vel Marquee event has just dropped, so I thought it'd be a good time to go and unlock her on my 3 accounts and do an initial round of battles, and also go over how my various accounts are doing in the first 2 weeks now of the Andor era, just to go over how the various investment strategies are working or not working, and also go over the mechanics of Vel again and head into some battles with the Dryax. So let's start by giving a little bit of an overview of the accounts. I'll put the timestamps for the Colosseum battles as well if you just want to skip straight to those. So let's hop on over to the stats. Alright, so after 2 weeks, this is where my 3 accounts I'm playing through Colosseum on are standing. So first of all, we have my bigger account, the one where I'm taking the characters to 5 stars but not doing anything else in terms of buying currency or gear, just because I'm curious to set a benchmark with this account to work out how much does extra spending get you. So far I've gotten to era level 19 but 5 stars, and compared to a very similar era level of my 3-star character, I've definitely noticed the advantage of having higher stars. Mostly in tier 2 I'm able to punch up quite a bit higher. Haven't quite been able to get to the era level 20, but that's mostly because I've been held up by era level currency. So I think with a few more cycles I would have reached era level 20 anyway, and that's mostly because of the extra stat boosts that you get with going to 5 stars compared to 3 stars. And as you can see on the chart, I think that really started to show in terms of an improvement after about a week, just having those extra stars and also getting more era level currency through the episode track, which I am buying the episode pass, so it goes through a little bit quicker than free to play. So I was actually able to jump ahead of the free-to-play account just because of those 2 factors and sort of settle in the top 60, so just on the outskirts of the top 60, getting that 300 a day. I'd be interested to see how this account continues to do, especially towards the end of the episode, where it maybe starts to get more episode era level currency from the box at the end of the episode track, and together with a couple 5-star characters might be able to push up a bit more. I'd be really interested to see if this account catches my other account with 5 stars that is investing relatively heavy early on, and we'll jump to the account now because getting to 5 stars to get those Kyber Lightspeed tokens, but also investing a bit more to get that era currency, which is important for this account because it's only about 4 million and can really make use of that era currency for Erodium Lightspeed tokens. And as you can see, I did a bit of purchasing in the first day and then in the first couple of days, and was able to get into the top 30 and stay there with no further investment in terms of era level currency or gear after those initial purchases, and it's actually remained remarkably static. I seem to be in a bit of a no man's land between people investing quite heavily and jumping up into tier 3, which definitely required a bit more spending, and then also maybe lighter spenders or people with less stars or free to play who weren't quite able to get into the higher 20s essentially. So I've definitely been between 18 and 20 most days, pretty stationary. So I'd be interested to see how things go with the new marquee, and that's netted a total of 6,800 era currency, so starting to really pull ahead of this account. So already that's an advantage of about 4,000, nearly entire Erodium Lightspeed token, and the cost is £16. So at the moment that's probably not quite worth it. Maybe it's about worth it. If I was to spend £16 on 4/5 of a Lightspeed token alone, I'd probably say that's not the best value, but it should continue to earn more currency throughout the era, so I'd be very interested to see how that compares with this account throughout the next few weeks. Was that investment worth it in the end, or would I have been better off just in terms of value to wait and sort of catch up over time? So yeah, I'd be very interested to see how these two accounts merge, if they do merge, as things go on. Then we have my free-to-play account. So this, I did a very light bit of spending. This account was only like 2 weeks old when the era started, so I really didn't have many crystals to be spending at the start. I think for next era I'll hopefully have a bit more of a stable crystal income and we'll spend a little bit more, but I did very light spending, mostly on era level currency, and I still have a little bit of that in reserve and only a tiny bit of gear. And to be honest, I probably regret buying that gear pack anyway because it helped a little bit, but then what I got essentially stuck at a few levels would have required good RNG to get past. I think other accounts definitely have. I just wasn't able to get past the sort of 10 to 20%. I have gotten that mark more recently, but just time ran out in the first 2 weeks, so I probably would have gradually progressed up to 19, maybe to 20, but it is much harder with 3 stars compared to 5 stars, and you are really reliant on that good RNG, which, especially with things like the Dryax, can be pretty brutal. So after a good bit in the top 90, I have sort of leveled out to about the 100 to 130 range. I do have a bit of era level currency in reserve, so maybe I'll be able to kick back up again a little bit with the new marquee. So interested to see how that plans out. Yeah, so that's the battle between my 3 accounts over the first 2 weeks. In terms of the new marquee, I thought I'd quickly go over the kit of Vel again, because for quite a few, or for most people, she wouldn't be an active summon in tier 2, which most people will be in at the moment. And also we will be getting her at slightly higher level once people start reaching era level 25, I think quite shortly. So I'll go over what her abilities will be. I'll do that now. Right, so at level 25, she will have level 4 abilities and level 3 uniques. Her abilities, the big difference will be inflicting offense down and guaranteed if the target is undermined. It won't be undermined for the most part, so that bit's less relevant, but inflicting that offense down, I don't think I've noticed that previously, so that might be an interesting thing to play around with her basic. I'm trying to think of ways of using that, I guess spreading it out when there's multiple targets, maybe using her basic on targets about to do damage, that sort of thing, because it is only for 1 turn. So yeah, that could be useful just to survive a bit. The big change will be coming for her special ability. So this might have been in place before, although I didn't really notice Entrench getting implied, but definitely for era level 15 and definitely for era level 25, she will still inflict blind, but all rebel fighter allies will get entrenched for 1 turn. So I definitely haven't noticed that buff being passed out before, so hopefully that will now be the case. And it's pretty huge, so 50% defense, which is great, but more importantly, you can deal 25% damage for each other entrenched ally, so that will be 4 others. So, well, I guess it wouldn't be 4 others at later tiers, most likely be 3 others, because we will be losing Cinta at tier 3 and above. So yeah, 75 or 100% extra damage for each other entrenched ally, and they will recover a little bit of health and protection at the start of their turn. So this says to me to try line this up to do big bursts of damage. So yeah, I guess you'd want to do as much damage most of the time, but for things like the Zephyr Guardians, line it up before, I don't know, you can come in with Clea or they have low shields, that sort of thing. So this should tee up quite big bursts of damage, and also gives a critical chance up and critical damage up, which would be fantastic, especially critical damage up for Clea. So you'd want to apply that before like it can get dispelled by one of the enemies or something like that. So I think lining this ability up together with the blinds could be really important. Not really much changing in terms of her unique. I think gives it a little bit more stats, some offense for Undermined. Oh, and I should mention this critical chance and damage up is only for when a character is undermined, so it might be worth starting to play around with the Undermined debuff from Clea, because it could be given some more critical damage up and then also more offense for Vel. So it could potentially start to have some use, because previously it was an ability that we tended to ignore, and then some health recovery with her other unique, which isn't too important. Yeah, so yeah, let's actually just hop on over to the game for my bigger account, Topaz. Alright, so first things first, I think we need to get to 5 stars if we can. I've got just enough crystals. On this account, because I didn't want to whale anymore on the characters, I just waited and bought Darth Vader Joe's End crystals from the shipments, just to get, because I already had them at 6 stars, just wanted to get them up to 7 stars, so a bit low on crystals at the moment, but should be able to recover those. So let's start by just, I think I will need a minimum of, oh, not Clea, that would have been a terrible mistake. Vel, we're now on to Vel, so ideally these are all 7s. Okay, so far so good. 7, this would be lovely if this is 7. There we go. Only have to buy 3 packs this time, which was not the case last time. So yeah, little bit of a saving there. So I'll go do the marquees. I won't do that on video. I don't think that will be too interesting. Right, so just on the first marquee, I think I'm just going to start baseline, take her up to level 15, which gives the entrenched, and then we'll maybe play around from there, because you get the 19,000 to go straight to level 15 from the marquee event. So I don't want to take her much further, because I'm still not sure about my leveling strategy between Clea and Vel, but I think level 15 would be the minimum just for that ability. And yeah, I'll do that battle now. Right, no need to pause to that. Battle was quick enough, so we should be able to get her up to 4 stars, and then just the one more battle and she will be 5 stars by the end of things. So yeah, just do that now. Yeah, quick. So yeah, definitely weren't getting entrenched before, so it's good to know that the summoned abilities weren't getting scaled to Clea's ability levels, which yeah, seemed to be the case, but good to confirm, because we definitely weren't getting that buff previously. Let me go just collect. Hopefully we have some more era level currency. We have a few like quests and stuff to do, because on this account I'm not buying anything extra, so I need all of the era level currency I can get, and I think that might be me for the day. I will get another 7,000, but that wouldn't be enough, I don't think. Actually, yes, I think I should be able to get, maybe by playing the marquee a few times, be able to get enough to get to 47 and get another 4,000. So pretty big jump for this account. So yeah, let's just jump into a battle. All right, so yeah, I'm going to start with just her at level 15. I'll probably take her up. I think I can take her up to level 19. Yes, I've got loads of this other gear. It's this piece here I'm a bit blocked on, so we'll do one battle with just her at level 15 and see how it goes from there. Great to have another tank on the team. So let's pass this to her actually, because maybe not an auspicious start. I'm gonna wait to use Vel's blind, hopefully, and get the entrenched going. Alright, there she goes. Right, so yeah, I think I would. Yeah, easily get to the 40% tier. I don't think I'll be able to reach the 90% tier on this account with Vel. I think, how much will it cost to take her up to era level 19? 7,800. I think that would make sense because I'm not going to be pushing that much higher that quickly. So yeah, I think it makes sense to take her to era level 19, and then from there we'll see who to apply the extra levels on. So let's just do that. A little bit more stats and stuff. So yeah, with the Dryax, especially at these low levels, yeah, let me just apply this on Clea, maybe deal a bit more damage. Yeah, that's just, I feel like, yeah, they always just do the 2 AoEs and it sucks. I never get the RNG where they just sort of basic. Let's get offense up. I think we just want to apply that with Clea. Got the 2 blinds, but then they do that, yeah. I guess we can try to get more blinds. Got one more. And do some more damage with Vel. No. Yeah, so really what you're hoping for is for them not to do the 2 AoEs at the start, then blind them and stop them from doing the AoEs if you can. I mean, that's already a lot better. Yeah, maybe with the right RNG, you can maybe climb to 90%. Yeah, so having the era level 19 Vel did help, but it's unfortunately, it's all about the RNG. Okay, basic. Okay, a little bit better. Apply the breach just to slow them down a bit. Sure, offense up. Get the basic, try to get a couple blinds. Okay, yeah, but then they just do that. Okay, it did an AoE again. I would have preferred if it did then. Yeah, then this is the issue. Yeah. God. I hate these guys. I waited 2 turns to do the AoE. Yeah, let's just do that. AoE. Yeah. Not too much we could be doing. I guess let's just do that this time. I guess may as well just wait for the blinds because they just do that sort of that stand up move. Yeah. Yeah, definitely room for improvement here, but there's often not much you can do. Just pray for RNG. So yeah, let's move on to my smallest account. Right, so we are on my small free-to-play account. I've just done the marquee, so just collect rewards from yesterday. And yeah, so we're at level 18 with Clea. I took Vel up to level 15, and I think we'll try a battle with that. Not expecting it to go terribly well. I guess one thing I didn't do before is play around with Undermined. I think because this isn't single target, so yeah, let's not do that. Let's just put it on Clea for the extra damage. Ugh. Didn't even get to do anything with Vel, unfortunately. Yeah, so this, I mean, at least they didn't do the 2 AoEs at the start. I guess, yeah, let's just... God. Absolutely worthless. Yeah, let's try that again. So yeah, let's just try. I'm just gonna do an undermined. Probably not one. Don't even get to do anything with Vel, unfortunately. Maybe blinds. Okay, we got some blinds. Let's get offense up and maybe do some damage with Clea if she's not dead. Yeah. Right. I think we need Vel to survive, unfortunately, so let's take her up to era level 17. Because she is just getting destroyed at the start, so let's not do undermined. Okay, Vel can take a turn. So let's spread out the damage a little bit. I never know. Yeah, what the hell? Maybe get entrenched. No blinds, but we do get entrenched, which might help a little bit. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Try even it up. I don't think we'd be able to do that. Maybe get a blind. Okay, but then it does that. So, yeah. Okay. 32. At least we've made some progress today, which I guess is important. And we have a choice. Do we take Clay up to 19? Or do we take Vel up to 18? I'm inclined just to take Clea up to 19 and get the damage because Vel can at least survive the first couple of rounds. So let's take Clea up to 19. And yeah, let's try that again. Might not reach 40% today, but I'm sure on another one of the bosses, especially once Vel can catch up to level 19, we'll be able to start to progress again. Let's play around with this on Vel and hopefully guarantee more of the blinds if we can. Yeah, what the hell is get offense up. To not do that. Let's do that. Okay, 2 blinds. I feel like it knows it has blind on and doesn't do the AoE when it could. I wonder if I could stall this by not doing a basic. Yeah, let's just try that. Yeah, that's what I get. It had to be Clea. Okay. Okay, we've somehow reached 40%. God, this event, right? Okay, I think 40% is the important one to get to, and I should be able to follow that up. Other ones I'll move on to my spending account. So yeah, let's do that now. Right, on to Sonder. So again, I need to buy marquee packs. Of Vel, definitely not of Clea. So let's hope for the good RNG. 7, good start. 12. Oh, very good. So that guarantees 3. So I do need 20 shards, so I will have to pull another one, but that at least makes this a less nerve-wracking third pull because I'll be guaranteed to get the 20. Hopefully it's a 7 so I can get that extra. Okay, so that means I will get 20 6 shards, which not the biggest thing in the world, but will give me an extra run of this 5-star tier, which is nice. So yeah, done what we needed to do there. Glad I didn't have to buy 4-packs again. So yeah, let's get Vel up to 4 stars. And yeah, I need to do the marquee. I will do that now. All right, done the marquee. And yeah, let's just finish the final 2. Again, baseline, yeah, doesn't feel much point just taking her to fit. Let's take her up to 25. I have more than enough era level currency to do that. So yeah, let's just take her to era level 25 straight away, which is great. And I'm sure these will be a breeze. Yeah, there we go. So I feel there's still a little bit of experimenting I can do with now that we have Vel. I might actually go back to my other account, the one where I don't care too much to waste crystals, and might do a few more battles on that afterwards, just to see if we can lock down a bit more of a strategy, especially in that tier 2, which I think would be more applicable to people. But I think the Dryax is an unfortunate one for it to start, just because it's so RNG dependent. If they just start with like those 2 AoEs, it can be a nightmare, to be honest. So yeah, let's do just the 1 battle with her at 25, which I think she unfortunately just gonna get killed. So I mean, I don't really like giving Keen Stratagem to Clay on this, just I don't know why I bother. Yeah, so maybe get blinds, but it's not even gonna matter that much. Yes, I think I really need to take Vel up to the same level. Even at slightly lower levels, she just gets destroyed, which has happened in all of the accounts really. So yeah, I think a new high score for sure, but not hitting that crucial 40% mark, which I think is what we really want to be doing. So how far can we take Vel? We could take her to 29. I think that makes sense. I'll be using all of my era level currency, but if we go to episode quests, I should hopefully be able to get a few more, especially from like the character quests and the such. Yeah, I should be able to hit these 2, get another 8,000. So yeah, let's just take Vel up to 29. I feel we need to make that 40% breakthrough, so may as well try do that as early as possible. Okay, so both of them at era level 29. Yeah, so hopefully we could do it. She now has protection at the very least. So I mean, there's an argument for getting extra potency on her, getting the blinds, but I feel we just want to do as much damage as we can at the start. Okay, so she's definitely able to survive better. I like... What do I like? I like just giving the offense up. I think they can dispel with the basic, but I don't think they gain anything from dispelling, so should be fine to do that. Okay, so they've already done the AoEs, so I'm wondering... I think we want entrenched anyway. Even if we don't do any blinds, I think getting entrenched up, getting that extra defense, getting extra attack. So now Clea should be able to do big damage. How long does entrenched work? I think it just lasts for a turn. So we probably don't want to stall with the undermined. I think we probably just want to do a lot of damage. Yeah, a lot of damage there. But unfortunately does that. So I'm thinking, is there a better order we can do things? Like, could we wait to apply the entrenched? Okay. Not quite. Nearly there. Nearly at the magical 40%. Let's try that again. See, I don't want to mess around too much on this account, so let's yeah, let's just get the extra damage on Clea. Right, 2 AoEs. Let's get some offense up. Is there any argument for... I'm trying to think. Is there any argument in just trying to stall things out? Let's just try this. Let's just basic undermine. Okay, so we survived to the next round. Vel is now after Clea. Right. Don't know if that's good or bad. Okay, that felt lucky. I don't know how repeatable it is. Okay, now we can deal entrenched and go in for a big attack with Clea. And we'll have another, hopefully biggish attack. Yeah, I don't think that was... Yeah, that didn't... Yeah, I don't think stalling really did anything there. And it felt like I got quite lucky with the RNG in that one. So let's go for a more basic run. It'd be nice if they did an AoE both at the start. Let's get some offense up. Basic. We'll deal the entrenched. Well, we do get both blinds, but they will probably just do that thing where they like... Yeah, do that. Try to get more blinds. Okay. Yeah, I don't know whether to even up or because Clea is just going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, let's just do that and then do that. Maybe it doesn't quite even it up. Okay, blind was had to go for Clea. Right, yeah. I think just got unlucky there, unfortunately. Yeah, let's stop on this account for now, and I think I'm actually going to pop back over to my bigger account. Let's do that. Right, so back on my bigger account. I don't mind wasting a few more crystals, so I do have one more attempt on this, so I just wonder, is there a better way? I think just Clea. It's just basic. Just get the offense up. Get entrenched going. There goes Vel. Do a bunch of attacks on this guy. Let's save the blind if we can. Probably we'll just, yeah, they love to attack Clea. Right. Yeah, I think in reality it's just it's just RNG. Let me do one refresh to see if there's anything wacky we can try. Let's Okay, let's just apply this on Vel. When it starts with 2 AoEs, I just feel there's not much you can do because you're starting down. Offense up. It's not applied. The blind, hopefully blinds, but then yeah, is the issue. Let's stall it out a bit. Oh, that didn't work. Still got the thing. Apply more blinds. She does something when she yeah, let's just try even it out a bit. Okay, it feels like we got the good RNG for some reason this time. Until that's right. Okay, I'm just gonna try things that. Let me check the kits again. Yeah, let's just do this on Clea. Okay, we got the two basics. I guess let's just try apply breach. Let's just stick some offense up. And hopefully apply blinds because they both have AoEs to go. Yes. Okay. I feel hopefully this is the good RNG. This is just going to cause issues. And then we just target down the other one. I guess try to get some blinds going. And we got one blind. There goes Vel. It does that annoying thing. Straight for Clea. Yeah. I think 70% is about as much as we're going to get on this. Nothing wacky seemed to work. I guess we can keep trying. See if anything. Yeah, let's open with Undermine. See what happens. Let's just do that. Oh, 2 defense down. I guess we could just apply that. There goes Vel. We get some more blinds. Yeah. I think there's much more we can try. Let's try. I'm sure this will be my highest score. Let's see what Otto does. Yeah, keen stratagem and pile. Yeah, Otto. Yeah, that's probably the worst one you can try, Otto. It'd be so funny if this got higher. I'll try just divert the damage, spread it around. Yeah, okay. At least we did better than Otto. So, yeah, not too much we can learn from there, but yeah, hopefully that at least gives an indication of the various battles and such. And yeah, I'll leave it there and I'll see you next time.